Welcome back, Josh and Sam, to another episode of Pulling Up the Slask. Now, I have promised not to do any kind of oh my god, what a terrible start. I wasn't going to do a proper overview, and I'm not. Only suffice to say that we have equalled Slask's best finish in the Extraklasse at least since the game started, and that's good by me. We improved on last season, probably only by one place, but still we improved below last season. So there's that for you. Now, we have done a bunch of stuff, so let's discuss the things. So I said to them, because the stadium is taking up such a large chunk of our yearly outgoings, for example, I think we pay £1 in rent, which must be a glitch. I don't know where that's come from, but we pay £1 in rent. Can we see that? Yeah, rent £1 a year. So I said to them to try and minimise our outgoing spending on these kind of things, we should buy the stadium. And they said, yeah, it's a good point. So I think they're spending like something along the lines of £10 million buying the stadium that they spend £1 a month, £1 a year rent, but whatever, that's fine. It just makes me chuckle. I've had a rejig of some backroom stuff. We've got a better goalkeeping coach. I think our last one had about 3, and this one now has, I think, 20. So we'll have better goalkeepers, fingers crossed. And now let's look at the transfers. Now let's look at the transfers in and out. So, out. We lost Mateusz Lewandowski. Do you remember him? No, that's because he didn't play. We lost Simon Sunday. He went to some Israeli team, H. Petach Tivka. They signed him for £170,000 after we signed him for a free. That, sons and daughters, is a good deal. Marcin was another player to leave. He's 32, and as I said last season, had a bit of an attitude problem. He left for £160,000 to, I think, the first division, Châteauroux. I couldn't get more than £160,000, although apparently he's now worth £350,000, so whatever. We then sold Bastian Acosta, our weird little Chilean central midfielder who wasn't very good for us, didn't play very well. Signed him on a free, sold him for £75,000 to Arca Gdynia, who, as you'll remember last season, got relegated. Speaking of, I'll just use that as a good little link. I've now loaded the Polish First Division, so we can see teams as interesting as Bogdanka, or Flotta, or Stomil. Yay! I hope Wigry come up next season. Wigry Suwalki, they look cool. Anyway, good. Kamil Dankowski is their manager. What a great second name. Anyway, so we sold Bastian Acosta. Then we got rid of Damian Klimchok. He went to Ruch Chorzów on a free transfer. He did not play very well for us last season, so that's fine. We then lost Czesław Iwanowski. He played quite a lot for us last season, and he was okay, but he's slow and inconsistent. So we sold him on a free to Łukasz Łódź, and good on us for doing so. We also got rid of Patrick Suka. He's not very good and didn't play for us last season, even though I think I may have signed him. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm not sure if I did or not. You can probably go out to the first video and see if I did. If I did, you're an idiot. If I didn't, excellent bit of business getting rid of him. I also got rid of Darius Soka. He was appalling in the 2 games he played for us. 4 goals conceded in this season, meaning that he has in total conceded more goals than played games for us. So, well done him. He's now unattached, so clearly no one else thinks much of him either. And the other free transfer out. Oh no, there's 2. So we lost Marek Swiabinski. He didn't play at all for us last season, and he's not very good, and that's why. And then we also got rid of Ireniusz Dudek, who's 30, and I don't think he played for us either. No, and he's also gone to Arca. He's shit. So well done them, I guess. Anyway, then we sold Tomasz Lakomi 23 years of age, getting good in the old defensive stats, but he was not anything super good. We got our money back from him. 6.65 rating after spending that much money on him. Not super impressed. Anyway, he went to Dukla Prague with an excellent badge, and he'll probably continue to be terrible. We then sold Jerzy Trabaszcz, who again not very good. I think I did sign him, but I made a profit on him because we sold for 35k to Sandesia Novi Sącz, who are a football club apparently. And we also sold Lajos Roch on a loan deal to Kaposvar back in Hungary in the second division for a fee. I think he went for a fee of £50,000, and he'll be gone for the year, and hopefully he'll get a bit more experience because he wasn't getting too much with us now, and he was a bit crap, so we'll see when he comes back. So ins, let's not spend too long on this. Jan Legiang, 19 years of age, little Slovakian winger. I mean, the trouble with this game, or this particular save, is that wingers seem to be in short supply and terrible. So we signed him off Slovan Bratislava for £160,000. He has not done very well in pre-season, but I'm hoping that he can sort of hit the ground running and do a bit better when we play the first games. I then signed for £5,000. I don't know if I've ever signed a player for any more nominally, like such a low fee ever in the Football Manager world. So there you go, that might be the lowest fee, except for obviously free. But I bought Artur Bednarczyk, who despite being quite good, I know he's 33, but he's very good, but he never played for Poland, so I don't know, maybe they had a good set of midfielders at some point. But anyway, this is our guy. I bought him for £5,000 off of Slask, who are playing of Hertha, who are playing in the third division in Germany. Jesus, that is depressing. Anyway, he's been playing excellently for them, so I'm hoping that he can play well for us in the Extraklasse. I suspect that the Extraklasse and the German third division are not miles away from each other in terms of quality. Then we signed on a free Piotr Tomaszek from Wisła on a free. He's definitely one of those players that I'm hoping I can sell on for a bit of money next season. But he's also quick, good at attacking, and good at scoring goals mit his head. Then I got in Kamil Gasecki from Legia Warszawa. He is a midfielder. I am not 100% sure why I signed him, but fine. Again, I think I might be able to get some money for him. He's not reacted well to our training methods apparently, but anyway, he's fine. I don't remember signing him. It's been a couple of days since I've loaded up the game. I've had a couple of busy days, so sometimes when I look back on my transfer dealings I get a bit confused, especially at this level. Then I signed off Gimnastik, another former Polish player. You'll notice that most of the players I brought in so far have been Polish. Tomasz Peterwitz. Yes. That's if he was German. Peterwitz. He came in for a free. He's been playing in the second division in Spain and has also got La Liga experience. So he's well experienced. He's 31 only, and he's got 13 Poland caps. So he's a decent little player. Hoping that we can. He's valued 1.2 million. If nothing else, we can flog him off at the end of the season, get in some money. I also signed Audrius Urba, a Lithuanian striker, and yet again another player who I'm hoping we can sell on for money. He's currently worth £600,000. If we can get him to get a couple of goals, maybe in the end of the season, we can sell him on. I also signed Lukas Mrozek. He's a right back. He's 19. He's decent. I signed him for free off of Legia Warszawa, who are insane. And he definitely actually could go on to be quite good. So finally we're getting some players in who are decent. Definitely improvements. Players like Bednarczyk and Peterwitz are much better than the players we had in those positions last season. And then I got in Ignat Bogomolov, who is a defensive central midfielder. He's Ukrainian. I signed him for free off of Shakhtar Donetsk, so he's got good pedigree. Here's hoping we can sell him on for some dollar. I don't know if I signed some of the players technically last season. I think that might be true. No. No, it looks like all the players that I signed this year. So fine. Anyway, so that's the squad. I'll show you our fixtures. No, training. I'll show you our fixtures. We've had a mixed pre-season, and I don't know why we've only played 4 games, but anyway, I tried to throw in a little bit of a curveball, and so we played Bundesliga side Hoffenheim. We drew 0-0, 1-1. We drew 1-1, Jackie scored, Jackie. We then beat Lechia Zielona Góra, which means I think something like Deer Mountain. Beat them 3-0. We beat Zagłębie Sosnowiec 0-0. We beat them 0-0 though because we were better than them. And then we beat Katowice 2-0. Zik and Cesar Kala. I think his goal was insane, but I'm not going to show it to you because it's a pre-season friendly. And I'm not insane. So yeah, there we go. That was the season. Pre-season, of course. Now we're going to play Chorzów, and then maybe, if I'm feeling bumper, we'll play Jagiellonia as well. We're predicted again to come 5th this season. We will hope to go far in the Cup, because last season we missed out on European qualification simply because simply because fucking Lech Poznan won the Cup. And so what that meant was they took the final place from 4th and they gave it to the Cup winners because the game is a bastard. So let's work out how the team lines up. We've still got some good players. We've still got Medeb and Ninu. Jackie is still in the team, of course. We've still got Nikat Mohamedov. He's decent. I mean, again, I think he'll probably just be moved on, possibly in January. We're going to put Peter Witz in there next to Bednarczyk. I have got Peter Witz training on playing as midfielder, so at 31 he's finally starting to learn how to play as a midfielder. But that'll be fine. We don't need Marat Saveliev in there as well, so he will come out. We will drop. We want to have a striker on the bench, and I think we want that striker to be our good friend Jackie. So we will do that. But first, I want to change his thing to attacking. I want to change our workload down to average, and we will go for the attacking movement. Yeah, it's already on that. Good. So remove. I need to find how to fit you into the team. We don't need a centre back and a defensive centre. I'm not even sure we really need the goalkeeper. Let's do that. Let's be bloody mad. Let's go bloody mad, mate. There we go. So that's the team as we'll probably play this season. Schmatko or Jacek on the right. We've got Góra at the back, looking pretty tasty. He's a very good player. I think he'll probably end up going further than us, not too far in the future, because he's got some excellent potential. You can be number 3, Mr. Mrozek. Okay, there we go. We've got 2 very good right backs. It's an odd position to have possibly 2 of the best young players in the squad for, but such is life. Now then, and also our new assistant manager, Kaka. Basically, he's Kaka. He knows about Polish football, so he's also able to do things like the things he can do that the other guy couldn't do. I think one was tactical knowledge, the other one was motivation. So now he can actually do things like a competent coach he would want, rather than just some bloke in the pub who has no idea about tactics, but somehow he's ended up at Slask as the assistant manager. No, you're just a coach, mate, because you don't know anything. So first game of the season, playing Ruch Chorzów, and we nearly scored. That would have been good. Important to note that we don't have very much leeway in terms of missing, losing key games in this league. As we found last season, we didn't do super badly. We actually won quite a few games, but the little run in the middle of the season did hurt us. We started off very well, we ended very well. What on earth are you doing taking the free kicks? But fine. So we need to be beating teams like Ruch Chorzów, and I think we played a couple of really shonky unlucky. We played a couple of very poor teams and lost to them or drew with them last season, and we need to cut that out of our diet. What on earth are you doing? Oleg Davidovs, of course. Latvian Oleg, but there's no point in calling a Latvian Oleg. I don't like it, and Davidovs is cool anyway. So, Moravsky. Davidovs, speaking of, what on earth was that? So it's good to know that whilst many things have changed, many things have also stayed the same. Carolis scores. We are 1-0 up in our opening game of the season. That happened last time, and it'll happen this time. Excellent work. Quite why the target man was taking that free kick and not on the end of it, we will never know, but I'm not going to complain when we score. So we're winning. That's nice. I think we'll find that most of the teams today are playing. 10 of the 12 or 15 teams are playing this season. Masha just waved. She says hi. She's walking past. You hear her there saying hello. It's Klimchuk. Damian Klimchuk. He just gives the ball away. I remember that. He used to do that a lot. Kovacevic now. Great ball to Moravsky. Moravsky. But good play, and that would have been straight away after the goal as well. It was excellent bit of work. Sadikov, he's a solid goalkeeper. He's much better than the ones we had last season. Not perfect, but Shmatko scores. Finally, the Belarusian getting his first ever goal for the club, and he looks like he's having a decent game. Last season he struggled to adapt, I guess, coming in January, not getting a proper pre-season, although he did get a mid-season training with us. But it's nice to have a Belarusian in the team. Masha, a Belarusian player just scored for my team. And Masha just did a little burp, and so she wasn't able to properly respond to me, but she said it was super cool. His name is it Dmitry Shmatko? He's Vadim Shmatko. Oh dear, Michał Tomas has been sent off for Rukhozhev. Things going bad to worse for the side from, I think, Khozhev, rather than something else. Let's check the old Wikipedia. I've got the comedian John Robbins was on my wiki page as I came up, but I'm going to change that now to Rukhozhev Football Club. That's the one. They are based in Khozhev from Upper Silesia. So they're actually not from very far away from Śląsk. Śląsk play in Wrocław, which is in near there, sort of. Anyway, Kokoschka. He goes past his man after bouncing the ball off him, playing a 1-2. He wins a corner for us. That's nice. The first comments on the Wikipedia page. So there's the introduction bit at the top. They're one of the most successful teams in Poland. They're 14-time national champions, 3 times winner of the Polish Cup, and they just scored against Ben Wheatland's team on Football Manager, which is frustrating. They currently play in the Polish second division. The next little bit of information you get after that, Rukhozhev also has a very successful female handball team. Interesting. So there you go. Some news. Hot off the press. Been an action-packed first half. You're damn right it has. Passionate, mate. Things are going well. Look to switch off. What is wrong with you? For God's sake. You weren't that bad, but you can still improve. Calm. You weren't that bad, but you can still improve. Oh, Jesus. This dude, right? He's played for the last 5 years in Germany. He's 4 years in Germany. Prior to that, he played another 6 years in Germany, and he used to play in the Extraklasse way back in the day. And who on earth are Kapfenberger the Austrian? Okay, so he's played a load of football in higher level, and he's nervous playing Rukhozhev. Maybe he's worried because they've got such good pedigree, what with their female handball team having won 9 national championships, that that's making him sort of feel a bit inferior. But I think that's a strange... No, not that. It's a stupid system. I was going to press... I do want to take him off, because if he's injured and he's 31, I don't want to end up doing what happened to Damir 2 names last season. So we'll bring on Bartoszczyk. It's an elderly man for an elderly man, but fine. We really need to refresh the players. We need to get some strong central midfielders, and by strong I mean technically good and excellent rather than just physically strong, to be pushing against our sort of 70-year-old combined age midfield. But otherwise I think we're fine. Schmolka there, smashing the ball over the goal from about 40 yards. Classic tactic in Poland. Other teams have employed it better, some might say. We're going to play Czezakale there. It's going to be good. We'll see. Yes, please. And then I think we'll bring Jackie on for 20 minutes when the clock ticks over to 70. There we go. So I feel like a real manager, a proper manager, with my, not making all my substitutions at the same time. Oh God, Klimchok trying to make up for the fact that he gave away the ball for our second goal. That Smolka dude is not a good finisher. Cue Smolka scoring a hat-trick. Or even just one. Sadikov, great kick up there to their defender, but Moravsky has it now. Kokoschka, Moravsky, he gives it to Mancia. Mancia, interesting attempt at the ball, but he has the ball back and he shoots wide like a fool. Jackie will hopefully wrap up the win for us, or Smolka here will, no, again, whomped it over the bar. Not really bothered by hitting the post. He used to want to play rugby, as far as I understand. That's what I learnt from his biography. And oh no, and his finishing reflects that desire. Speaking of desire, I desire to score a third goal, please. Schmatko, interesting. Jackie, he's on the ball, gives it. Oleg. The composure on the man is legendary. Anyway, Klimchuk now, he's going to cross it for the corner. Okay, thank goodness for that. I was going to say, I thought we'd score off of Klimchuk's corners. Oh, we might score off of Klimchuk's corners. I meant they would score off Klimchuk's corners before. I don't like it when we play teams with ex-players of ours, but it seems like in Poland that's going to happen quite a lot because our rubbish players we are going to let go. I want to try and improve the quality of the Polish league. The only way to really consistently mean that we get more sponsorship money and better reputation, allowing for better players to want to come here, is to improve the reputation of the league, and the only way to do that is to get improvement in our European endeavours. So the hope is to get into Europe as soon as possible and then to do better than the Polish teams tend to do, which is badly. That will mean that the quality of the... Oh my God. Like I said, the quality of the players we can bring in will be better, and that will help us on our sort of world Oh, you mugs! And so once we start to sort of develop some players, we get some of those kind of... We'll try and do what Sam does, which is to sort of build up a small... nation's worth of talent in one squad, and whereas Sam sort of farms his talent out until they get to about 38 and then he decides they might want to sort of go off for their own career, I will pick up ones. Why do you all hate me? Oh, fuck you all then. I'm not even going to speak to the strikers. We beat them. That's fine. 2-1. It doesn't matter. They're a decent side. But yeah, so unlike Sam, where he will insist on 5 to 8 days, that's fine. They give a controversial red card. Oh, that's a shame. I will find the ones that I will wheedle out the ones that are not good enough, and I will sell them to our teams in our league. And I will try and do that. So not to give them players that will beat us, because we'll still have the best players, but just so that we can get the quality of the players in the league up a little bit, so we can try and get some of those teams sort of challenging in Europe. We'll never 2 questions. That was all they wanted to ask me about. That's fine. Water. Good. What was I going to say? So yeah, I watched the Polish national team play their game against Senegal the other day. I wasn't obviously there, but I was watching on TV with a couple of Polish friends, and it was nice to see a team with such sort of it was very much like being an England fan in sort of like 2005, because let's give this fella a scout report, because everyone's just assuming we were going to win all the time, and that being a genuine just assumption that everyone had, and then when they flop or do badly against a unfancied side, the sort of outrage that occurs. That was very much how it was here in Poland. They all expected them to win comfortably against the Senegalese, but they didn't, and so there was a lot of upset and annoyance, and I couldn't help but say, well, I felt it too. For years we felt it as England fans. All you need to do is have a golden generation that completely bomb out and don't do anywhere near as good as you think they could do, have a complete lack of sort of managerial nous that means that we can't play tactically to our strengths, and have that institutionalized within the Football Association, and then just sort of squander a generation of world-class talent. And you'll see that goes a long way in terms of lowering expectations. So just wait. England were good though, I think, overall. I don't think we can... I think the more we see the other teams struggling, like France today have just struggled to a win over Peru, and Peru are a decent side, but I mean, you look at all these players and you think all these teams with great players in them, and they're also struggling. And I think, well, we probably did better than really people were giving us credit for. I mean, a lot of people were over-egging it as well, but I think there was a lot of complaining, and I think that was not necessary. Davidoff, simple passing game. Why would a centre-back constantly be trying to attempt through balls? That seems a silly thing to do. Let's scout him. Let's scout Marcelo. I like the sound of that. Let's... oops, no, don't do that. Who was taking the corners? Well, he's not going to be anyway. He's the backup right back. Shitu. Well done. There was a couple of excellent players. There was a sensationally good left back for Romania. He was some Romanian left back. I tried to sign him, and my God, he nearly signed for us, but then went on to play. I think he signed for like some Liberec or some stupid Slovakian side. But God, he would have been great. He was so good. And I even, when I saw that someone else came in for him, I went back and offered him an improved deal to sign for us, but he didn't because he's a dick. But he was great, and he was only about 17, so he could have ended up being just amazing. Oh well, Gareth Southgate, England manager. We're going to play Egypt. Jeffrey Denton, excellent stuff. Who is he? He's rubbish. Good communication though. Could be a good little middle manager in an IT company. Nuremberg. Good. So Sense, the defensive midfielder from Lera. Is he any good? He's not really. He's about the same as everyone else that we've got. We could get him for £70,000, but he is, how old was he? 28. We wouldn't be able to register him. What about Lavrenchuk or Lavrenyuk? No, he's not that good. And Marcelo, I mean, I suspect he's going to be sensational. Well, quite good, but I'm not spending £450,000 on him, so never mind. Mishchenko, £160,000. So, I mean, he's good, but the thing is, he is good, but we're not going to be able to sign. We're not actually going to be able to sort of put him in the team. So there's no point. He used to play for Bate Borisov and Metalurg Donetsk. Intriguing. But let's leave that for now. I don't really want to sign anyone else unless they're young. I want to sign young and cheap players so I can sell them to stupid Dutch clubs. Like, was it Heracles or like FC Horsens, who bought Ukrainian Dima off of us last season for £1 million? I mean, absolute daylight robbery. I'd have sued myself for damages. I'm a media-friendly boss, which is nice. They've had their manager in charge for 18 years because obviously we didn't have the leagues loaded, so they just never change their bosses whilst the leagues aren't loaded. So that's good. I expect we're by far and away the oh well, no, not quite, because I think 2 teams lost their managers last season, but still quite funny. It's been in charge for 18 years of a team that has consistently finished 5th or like 4th or 6th. Oh man, progress, that's what we want. He's the Arsene Wenger of Poland. Anyway, okay, so the squad has been decided. Yeah, well, let's... I mean, he's probably going to be great, isn't he? He's not. He's alright, though. He's as good as Schick, but he's not as good as Schick, though. Technically, he's not as good. They want to sign Jagiellonia, the guy. They want to sign him for how much? I'll respond by saying issue hands off warning, mate. Go ahead. I have done already. Wait. Yeah, I have to. It says I've got 3 spaces, but that's because I've got no young players that I can think even bother to sign register as players in the squad. I mean, they're all youngsters anyway. They can all play, so I don't see why that rule's there. Anyway, so this is going to be the team. Petrovic is injured. Peter Witz, is injured, so we'll take him out of the squad altogether. And I think we'll bring in it will either be Ignat Bogomolov. He's decent, and then we could take out because Koller's nice as well. He's better defensively. Or Nisat Mohamedov. I think we might go with this team. We'll go with this team. The team is settled and looking good. Schmatko played well in the last game. Hoping Kovacevic can score in this one. Everyone played excellently. I mean, Karolis played great. Davidov's not so good. Maybe Shevelyukin. He's right-footed. He's 6'4" though. Christ, how big is Davidov's? 6'2", but he's better technically. Right, maybe let's drop Davidov's for Shevelyukin. See how that works out for us. Needs a number as well, I expect. No, Bogomolov does, and he can have the number 5. Masha, where's Ignat Bogomolov from? Like just from the name. It's from what? From Africa? He's Ukrainian. Hang on. hang on. Ignat Bogomolov.
Okay, yes, like from one of like Belarus, Russia, or Ukraine.
He's Ukrainian.
Yeah, of course, but then you have to say properly.
Well, I mean, I said it in an English way, not in the Russian way. That's the problem. I'm sorry. Africa. Oh man. Sorry? I am clear. Sometimes. Anyway, Masha. Vadim Schmatko, he crosses, we don't score, but Zik crosses again, but we don't score. Artem Matushuk. Skrobol, remember him from last season. Gora, Zik. Matushuk again. Niedźwiedź, that's a terrible name, and he must pay. No, Sadikov, okay. Moravsky crosses, but we do not score. But Gora heads it to their defender. That's what we like to see. Back to the keeper, and then to Kokoschka. Schmatko, let's go. I love saying Schmatko. It's like saying like, that was nearly good. There are certain words in Polish, or like there's a famous. There's a fairly popular clip from Mock the Week, where they're talking about banks, and they're saying that they're talking about the Spanish banking crisis, and saying that they can't really take it seriously when the Spanish word for bank is banco. And that's how I feel about Schmatko. It always makes me feel excited. A little bit like the word Polski, I think, is a very nice word. Like, what language do you speak? I speak Polski. It's just a nice little word. Not enough words like that. God. Scraping the barrel here with conversation topics as Stolarz puts Jagiellonia Białystok in front. He's their number 6, but does he play in a number 6 position? No, he plays as a striker, so fuck you, Poland. Why would you... This manager, he's clearly a maverick. 18 years in the job, he's gone absolutely insane, playing number 6s up front. Doesn't even put him in the box during the corner. He's a nutter. Kovacevic now, to Zik. The clear ball there should... Oh, for God's sake. Clear ball there should have been a drop through to Schmatko, but instead he gives it to Mancia via a foul. Mancia's crossing again. Karolis heads over, but it's a corner. Apparently they want a penalty, not sure why. Maybe he was climbing on him or something like that. Maybe he did a sort of dump rugby tackle like they did in the Tunisia game against England. Or maybe it's just a computer game. Oh, come on. What a very irritating Scrabble. Sounds like a word-based board game. Stolarz, get out. Karolis there. Karolis is a good defender. We need more of Karolis. I need another one of him. Kovacevic. The finishing from players, from like 90% of our players, is so poor. Let's put him back to support. In fact, let's take him. No, let's not take him off. It's only 38 minutes. Come on, mate. Chill out. Bananas in goal there for Jagiellonia. Oh, that yellow card disappeared for a second. Who got it? It was Wojciech Wadecki. Oh man, like what is that? Like that level of skill that you can't even sort of receive the ball. You know, like even terrible players can receive the ball. Their first touch might be poor, but like they can at least, the ball can go to their feet. Like, it just went under his foot. Absolute mug. You're playing professional football in the top division in a country in Europe, and you can't even trap the ball. You bellend. Oh, Moravsky scores, levels things just before the break. The Slask fans are celebrating, but it's probably about 15 of them over in Białystok today. Travelling fans doesn't happen very much. Poland's a very big country and the teams are all quite far apart, so it's unlikely that we've got thousands upon thousands of fans coming to see us play away. Things are going well, but now you're capable of better. Let's say assertive. You weren't that bad. Oh yes, Sergei loved it. You weren't that bad. Moravsky loved it. Let's see if we can get old Matthias. You say I'm not happy with your finishing, and that's fired them up. That's what I want to see. I want to see Kovacevic rip them a new one. I want to see him rip them a new 3. Moravsky, Kokoschka. Oh, Kovacevic scores within 24 seconds of the restart. That is what the assertive team talk will do for you. Excellent stuff. Literally, I mean, what was the timing on that goal? Oh, don't do that. But the timing on that goal is 45:57, and then, like, yeah, I mean, so the goals are essentially about 3 minutes apart. So that's beautiful stuff. Stolarz, Wadecki, Scrobol, scramble, Zik, sliding tackle, Tarnowski, Kaczynski, Stolarz, he gets past Gora twice, but a good save from Sadikov. It's an intriguing game. They're playing a 3-5-2 at this point. Mancia, he hit the crossbar. Bloody hell! I think the keeper may have hit it onto the crossbar. Masha's walking around with a squirty bottle of cleaning fluid, looking like she might hit someone. She's a fearsome woman when she's cleaning. Kovacevic scores again. Want to say hello to Sam and Josh?
Hello.
There you go. Śląsk winning 3-1.
Very cool.
Yeah, I knew you'd love it.
And why?
They've changed formation twice in 2 minutes, or did they not actually? Did they revert back to the old? No, they stayed in the same thing. I think that means that they probably went attacking and then they've gone back to standard. Let's bring off Moravsky for Legiang, and let's give Ignat Bogomolov a game, and we're going to give Mrozek a game instead of Gora, because we want to spread the minutes around a bit more this season. Try not to absolutely knacker out the only 11 players who are actually good. This season we actually do have some replacements. Schmatko, Kovacevic scores a hat-trick. I said jokingly that I wanted him to score 3 times, and now he has. What a difference a team talk can make. And Białystok are a good side. Vadim Schmatko, he's doing well. I mean, quite why he needed to put it into the far left-hand corner when he could have just tapped it home right in front of him, I don't know, but far be it from me to complain. I'm only the manager who absolutely masterminded this turnaround. What do I know? Schmatko clearing it. Kovacevic, 2 men on him and he still wins the ball. Legiang now, least Slovakian name ever to have existed. He crosses, it hits Mancia on the arse and goes back to our player. Zik tries to score from long range, but Bananas saves it. Karolis there, nice. Beben, good. Bananas again. Dr. Dre, I assume, there. Dr. Dre's Polish cousin. Yes. Okay, Stolars is injured, and that serves him right for being a number 6 as a striker. Kovacevic now, absolutely rampaging in this game. Zic smashes it over. He's not learnt from last season. He's not learnt. If you're not hitting the target from there, you want bloody shooting. Anyway, Rajek, Kovacevic, up to Bogomolov, Mrozek, Schmatko. He's gone past one. The cross is the ball in. Bananas saves. He's not had a great game. Can we see what his rating is? It must be pretty poor. No, he's in danger of losing discipline though after conceding 4. Kovacevic now. Can he get 4? No. Great bit of defending there. Well coming across was Krakowiak. Schmatko crosses. Karolis at the back post heads it down and out of the box as you would do when you're attacking. Schmatko though gives it into Kovacevic. Good save. Unfortunate from our boys there. We could have had another one. And now on the break, but Zic gets back with an excellent tackle. Absolutely fantastic. We're doing nicely well in this game. Now then, Scrowball up to Bananas. Bananas up to Dr. Dre. Zabrowski needs weeds. Needs weeds. If he was one of my players, that's what his name would be, but I'm not going to do it. The working out of funny nicknames it is possibly my favourite part of this save so far. I particularly like Damir 2 names, although it's unfortunate that now he's retired, his nickname has disappeared, so he's back to being Damir Ibrahimovic, Ibrahim Begovic or whatever his name was. And Simon Sunday's obviously no longer in the team, but that was an excellent name that really did make me chuckle. What a blistering performance there. 4 goals in something like 15-20 minutes. Excellent stuff. I'm happy with that performance. Very well done. Vlada Kovacevic, what a player. We only had 6 shots on target, so to have won that so comfortably is quite surprising. So that's the end of this video. I will just do... Oh, Bradford have signed Julio Cuellar, so well done. I will just attend this match conference. We were excellent. I went and we did good. I reminded them of the expectations, and that's the one. What sort of impact do you think getting the goal just before half-time did? It made my half-time talk a lot easier. Darius Bananas had a terrible game. It certainly helped us. Oh man, he played a 4.9. Oh, actually, did he? I don't think he... I think his average rating is a 4.9. That is pathetic. Can we see his stats? League. I want to see his form. Maybe I can't see his form. No, I can't. His average rating in 2 games is 4.9. Oh my god. That is pathetic. Oh, there you go. Right, so his form in that last game, 3.6. Woo. He was very good. What a strange name. Zygmunt Solos Zach. We have a very good relationship. Yes, I like him. Don't want to rush him. Gabriel, he's good, but he's super expensive, and he's Brazilian, and he will probably not do very well in our team. Right, let's go for fixtures. We'll see where we want to end up playing. I think it might be fun if we... So I was going to say if we play the game against Polonia Warszawa to see how far we've got, but I think that's a bit long. Doesn't really build much suspense if we play 11 games before playing the next video. So maybe let's go for... I'll tell you what, we always lose to Piast, so we'll play Piast and Belkatov, because that's a newly promoted club and then a club from last season. And that will give us a good sort of idea of where we're at. We could play both the promoted teams, but I don't like... I think we've played Łódź a bunch of times and I can't be bothered with playing them, but Piast pissed me off in the cup last season, so we'll try that. We could do Wisła Legia, but that's only in 2 games time, and I'm not... I don't want to record too often whilst we're still shit. So let's go with Piast and Belkatov, so I will see you then. Bye!